Good morning, it's me. I'm back. I'm Stephanie Flath, Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I'm coming to you live Wednesday morning, November 1. Can you even believe it's November 1? It looks like it outside. I don't know where you come to me live, but we have snow on the ground. Hopefully it'll melt here. If anybody's watching that's in Muskegon, it's not going to melt for a while. I can't believe they got 10 inches. That's crazy. All right, so I'm going to refresh my screen and let me know when you get on so I can say hi to you. Let me see here. Okay, I can see. Good morning. Hi, Dina. Hi, Nancy. I'm so happy to see you. Hi, Kathy. Thank you all for joining me. I appreciate it. So, I have lots going on this morning. And I'm feeling, hi, Jamie. I'm feeling a little bit, I don't know the word, stressed. Because I had a vision for today. But I did not have it ready before I left for my trip. So when I got home from my trip last night, I had some things to do, but I chose not to stay up and work on my... Hi, Judy from Texas. I love it. I chose not to work on my live. I chose to go to bed and get some sleep and then get up early. Well, and then I had fires to put out in the morning, of course. So there is chaos all around me. Yeah, it's crazy. Of course, it's sort of how I do things anyway. My desk is always a mess, but literally I was cutting until 10 minutes ago. And hi, Carrie. I'm glad you're here. You have a different picture for your profile now. It looks like a suitcase or a bag. Are you packing to go somewhere? One of the things I did do last night before I went to bed was I did fill up my randomizer. So those of you who might be new to me and don't know what my randomizer is, I give away the things that I make during my live. Hi, Marlene. So when you chat with me, engage with me, then I put your name into a drawing to win the things that I'm giving away. So so then I have a website that I go to and I put the names in. It's a random name picker. That's sort of what the website's called. Anyway, so it's all loaded up with all of you that were chatting with me last week. So I'm actually going to start with that. I know I don't have tons of people on right now, but I'm going to start with that. We have I don't remember what the card looks like. I can see it from here, but I can't see what it is. I don't remember now. Did I catch that? You get to... No, we didn't. No, Muskegon did. Crazy. Todd told me that. We were on our way home driving through some of it. Some of it was totally fine. Some of it was blowing snow that we couldn't see through. And some of it was just rain a little bit. But no, we didn't. No, we just have snow on the grass, not even on the driveway or whatever. I'm sure it was at one time, but it didn't stay. So... yeah, I would not want to be in Muskegon. Todd said that Halloween got canceled or got postponed or something in Muskegon. So, yeah, I know. I know. So traveling last night, one of the worst things, there were moments like the snow was really blowing. So like, and one of the things that I don't like about snow or driving in rain or whatever is I can't use my cruise control. I know it's not safe to do that, so I don't. So that drives me crazy. But one of the bad things besides we really had mostly good traveling last night. But one of the worst things was we were almost to, let's see, I don't know, 10 miles away from M6. We came across 96 on the way back. Almost, like, I'll say 10 miles away from M6. And Nadine and I were talking, and all of a sudden there was this truck in front of us that it was bobtailing. There was no trailer. But it sort of like started going back and forth. Like, I don't know. It was sort of being erratic. Like, we were wondering if the person fell asleep, if they were having a problem. I like immediately let off the gas and like dropped from 80 down to 70. And then he's still like being weird. And at one point we were going through this sort of construction area. At one point, I think he flipped the big barrel. There were a couple of big barrels that went flying. Like, okay, dropping back to 6. I was way back from him. I'm like, I need to be ready to stop and notify of an accident because there's going to be one happening. It was weird. Anyway, so I was glad he did not get on M6. So that made me feel better. I'm like, whew, I can breathe now. Okay, so anyway, we had a good trip. Yeah, I know, but it was weird. He must have, if he was dozing, he was really tired. Well, then he was going to pass the truck. I don't know. It was because he was following a truck at some point, and I don't know. It was weird, but he was like going out to the edge this way and then going into my lane that I had dropped back from, and yeah, I don't know. But then he was off, so okay. So, very good visit with Rachel, by the way. She still needs lots of prayer. So, I don't think that I had shared with everybody. Hi, Sherry. I don't think that I had shared with everybody. The Lord had worked out that when we were going down to see her, we were going to be able to take her to an appointment that she didn't, her husband, Sean, wasn't able to get off for. He had to work and was on call, and we're like, well, we can be there, we can do it. So we left a little bit early so that we could go. Well, then like a couple hours before we got there, that appointment got canceled. So again, the Lord's in control. He knows everything, and for some reason we weren't supposed to go, so we just got an afternoon of being able to visit. And she had started an antibiotic that's new to her, not Friday, but the previous Friday, and it finally started kicking in mid last week, and she's sort of feeling normal, and her words, as she feels alive. So we did a little bit of crafting, we laughed, it was a good weekend. It was different than what I expected that it would be. And but she still needs prayer. This scan that she's supposed to have, she has some sort of growth that don't know what it is, but it's not going away with antibiotics. She's swollen right here, and it goes like down into her neck. And anyway, she needs to have a scan of it. And so one of the, well, obviously finding out any, what the deal is, finding answers, good, bad, or otherwise. She wants answers to what's going on with that. But besides that, for the scan, it didn't hit me that this would be the case, duh. But for the scan, she has to lay flat, and still, it's like one of those, MRI things or whatever. And she doesn't even lay flat to sleep. She sits in a chair with like comfy things around her and whatever. And because she chokes or, gags, whatever. There's just so much going on. So that is a huge prayer request for her being able to actually do this scan and, be able to stay still and whatever. So anyway, thank you for prayers. Thank you for cards. She loves it. I never asked her for it. I feel like I could be wrong, but I feel like it's a vision for her. It hasn't started, so I didn't ask her about it, but she plans to make a card wall, or she has started making a card wall. I don't know, with all the cards that she's gotten. So she loves it. She loves knowing people are praying for this. She doesn't even know. She loves it. So thank you for that. So, okay, on to the randomizer. So I have names. So we have chocolate today. And if somebody wins that is not local that can pick up chocolate, then the chocolate is not what I'm giving away first. So we'll see what happens. Okay, can only do one time. Oops, there it is. Okay, so drum roll for the first. Oh, I gotta find my post-it notes. Ha, Marcia Hill, you get to drive for chocolate. Is she even on? I feel like she's not on yet. I'm sure there are friends that wouldn't mind picking up her chocolate for her. I'm not sure I can trust them, though. All right. So, Marcia's my first winner, and I have one more, and I'm going to start. I'm writing chocolate right on her thing. Lynne Hodges, you are my second winner. And I know she's not on. And at least I haven't seen her. So thank you, everybody. Thank you for joining me during my lives. I love it. When I have people on here chatting with me, it makes me happy, and it makes me feel like I am talking to my family, and I'm not just sitting here talking to myself. So it's really, yeah, I thought of you, Marlene, when I said I'm sure somebody will pick up Marcia's chocolate. You were also the one begging for chocolate, though, so I don't trust you. I'm not sure Marcia does either. No, it's sort of crazy, so you probably know this, but maybe you don't. So when I'm sitting here doing my live with you, I'm staring at myself. It's ridiculous. Not you. So when you guys are chatting with me, it's a whole lot better. The chocolate would be safe with me. I'm sure it would. I'm sure it would. Yeah, I'm not saying anything sketchy about you guys, but I'm just going to let Marcia pick it up herself. So anyway, so thank you for joining me and chatting with me. I love it. So, I have, I'm sharing lots of different things. I'm not sure how much I'm going to do here on my live. I've been taking so much time lately. But sorry, I know she loves to share, but she would rather share, one of two pieces rather than one. And all I have is one. Thank you for being honest, Nancy. Not safe with Nancy. Oh, that's what I sent Todd we send each other goofy jokes from the internet and stuff like that, pictures and whatever. We always call them memes, whether they are memes or not, I don't know. But I sent one to Todd recently. It said, put me in a room by myself with $5,000 and your money is safe with me, no problem. Put me in a room with M&Ms and those will be gone. Which is funny because I had just bought him this great big barrel of M&Ms for being my our helper person at retreat. He does delivering and setup and takedown and all that kind of stuff. He wasn't able to do takedown. He was sick last time and couldn't come help me. But anyway, so he's like, so are you trying to tell me something about the M&Ms that are down there with you right now? It was funny. Okay. So, anyway, so I have a lot here that I meant to get done this morning and had other things that I had to do as well, including, sorry, I'm just being really gabby. Very, very thankful for electricity and heat. I know there are a lot of people right now, especially in Muskegon area, that do not have it. Well, a lot more than that, but anyway, very thankful for our heat. But it was weird. I went to bed last night and I was feeling really cold. And we have our temperature thermostat set so that it goes down at night, and but it just seemed colder. And I looked at the thermometer, and it was like 3 degrees lower than what it was supposed to be at night. And this had happened a couple weeks ago too, so I don't know if something's wrong with our thermostat or what, but I told Todd about it either when I went to bed or when he got up, and same thing happened to him. It was another degree or two lower than what it had been when I went to bed. And anyway, so I had to call for the furnace this morning and just, I don't know, tying up loose end things. Anyway, I have fun things to show you. So I'm sort of, well, I'm gonna show you this designer paper first. So what I have in mind today is they're fun cuts of cards. I wouldn't call them fun folds. It's a way to cut designer paper on your card. And I'm using a designer paper that I haven't worked with before. So this first one that I'm going to show you, excuse me, Rachel actually showed us when we were crafting together. We had so much fun. We kept teasing each other because like she was trying to participate in something that I had going, and she just has this creative mind that goes everywhere, and like her style is totally not my style. And she was trying to do all these things that, like, okay, but that's not, we're trying to stick in this little, she had to make 20 identical cards for this shoebox swap. She was wanting to send it along to on stage that we're doing next week, and we're doing a shoebox swap. And the thing is, you do 20 identical cards, and she just, identical just doesn't cut it for her. She's like wanted all these choices and all these things, and we joked about, I said to her at some point, so we always message, Facebook Messenger is usually what we do. We always message, and I said to her, and it's just funny to have a conversation with her in person after I do it. So I said to her, curious, have you ever done a card class? And she's like wanting all these options. I'm like, no, any class options are not good. That just, it makes it take more time, and then people have to decide, and they take a long time to decide, and like, you know, you give them this and this is what they do, and so the whole weekend we kept going, curious. Anyway, so I don't know how I got off on that other than I thought of it and made me, you know. Okay, so I'm going to show you. I think I'm going to put it down to show you. I feel like it works better that way. So I'm going to put you down, and I'm going to start stamping and cutting and all that kind of stuff. Magic. I have to say that word or I can't figure out what I need to do. I need to backwards you, upside down you. And here we go. Just down a little bit. Okay, that's good. Okay, so this is Merry and Bold. It was funny. We're just so different, but we still can have fun together, and it's hilarious. Because my mind does not work like hers. Okay, so this is, I'm going to put those aside. This is Merry and Bright. This is the one that, look at all that color. Holy smokes. Ooh, this is a cute one. I like that this is rounded more than these pointy ones. So I don't even have this, this suite for the bundle, but I got the designer paper because I thought it was fun. So this is what we're looking at here. So much color. She was missing to say we, and to see all the dots. There's lots of dots in this one. She would love this. I don't know if maybe she ordered this. I don't remember. I don't know. Anyway, so this is the designer paper that I'm using for my first card. And let's see, which one do I'm gonna go with a little bit more. Oops, I'm missing a page. Oh, how is that possible? 1, 2. All right, everything was here. Where did it go? Oh, there's probably one cut the same size. Just a second. Not that one. This. Seriously, just a second. Oh, it's way across the floor. It fell off my end of my table. Just a second. I told you I'm feeling chaos today because I got sleep, but that meant that I didn't get all my things done. Okay, those dots are, yes, they are Wake Up and Celebrate Variety. So, yes, we're totally doing that today. So for this design of card, you need, it's best if you have designs that don't matter which way they go. But if you have something, I guess I would say, so my trees, I sort of don't really want them sideways. So if you do have one that sort of matters, then make sure that's in the front when you're cutting, because you're going to be cutting all 3 of these designs all at the same time. And so if you have it in the front, then you know which way it will need to go or whatever. So, so the first thing is, so these, I don't know what this is called. My first instinct would be stained glass, but there's only 3 pieces, so I don't know about that. Hi, Terry. Thank you for coming. So the first thing that you do is you cut this to 3 3/4 inches. And we're setting that aside. Then you want to cut all 3 of these big pieces to 5 inches. Okay, so now I have 3 that are this size, 3 3/4 by 5. I have 3 pieces that are left at 3 3/4 by 1 inch. It's just a 1 inch strip. And then this one, this is 2 1/4 width, and I'm going to cut off, I want this to be 5 1/4. Now you probably can figure out something to do with these pieces, but these are the only things that we're not using. So I'm just going to set those aside. You can save them if you want to, but that's what we're doing. Okay, so now these the 1 inch and the 2 1/4 by 5 1/4, these are just getting set aside for the moment. Now we're taking these pieces. So the first thing that you need to do, first cut that you need to do with this is you're going to, doesn't matter which direction, you can figure that out yourself. It doesn't really matter, but we're going to turn and put one corner, your top, I guess we'll say your top right corner, we're going to stick that out here. And then the opposite corners that are going vertical, I guess we'll say, you want to line up at 1 inch. So I have these corners at 1 inch and these corners at 1 inch. You want them all lined up because you want to make the same cut on them all. This part's a little bit harder than it looks to get that. Okay, so, and you have to hold on tight because, and you need a strong, a new cutting blade or a nice sharp one anyway. So we're gonna cut that off. Okay, so this piece we're just gonna set aside. And then this piece, what we want to do is put both of these opposite corners sort of horizontal, I guess we'll say. And you do want this corner in the track, but how much you put of the rest of it is up to you. You can, she suggested to, you kind of want it half and half, but there's no measurement to have to worry about. But you want this corner in the track, and then you come down and you cut through all of them, okay? So this is all the cutting for this. For now, I'm gonna get this out of the way. Okay, so I did my cutting. Now I'm sort of gonna do my assembling a little bit. So I have all my card bases. I gotta find them though. I have 3 sets of cards that I'm wanting to show you. So I gotta get, so there's one of those. So what I chose was 3 of these colors that I, that are in this, all these designs. And I also need 3 inserts for it. And then, where did those go? Oh, here they are. Then I'm also going to do 1, 2, 3. These are layers for the front. So these layers are, so this was cut to 3 3/4 by 5. These were cut to 4 by 5 1/4. Okay. So what I'm going to do is, before I deal with my designer paper here, I'm going to put my cards together really quick. This was part of what I was planning to have done before. Oh, no, I don't have my, I thought it was right here. I need my silicone mat. Oh, here it is. Okay. So taking my adhesive. So I'm going to put, now she had the idea of, if you're going to punch through this, and then you're using up cardstock. But I'm doing my thing a little bit differently, so I'm not worrying about that right now. But it would save paper if you needed to make layers and you could punch through this. So I'm just putting that on there. Then this needs to go on. Oops. By the way, I didn't tell you, these are Granny Apple Green on Lemon Lime Twist. And Lemon Lime Twist on Blueberry Bushel. And then it was Blueberry Bushel on Granny Apple Green. So I have all of these in here. All right, so I'm going to put those aside for the moment and quick do the insides. This isn't such a hard, or such a, this doesn't take too long, so. But I was hoping to have this busy work done before I got on here, but I couldn't. I slept. Okay, so what I'm doing is getting my bases ready. Oh, I do need this. Okay, so now all of these pieces, this is how they were. Now we're gonna go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. So we can make 3 cards out of these. I like these colors too, Jamie. And we have this cool design. So I'm gonna set aside 2 of them and put this together. So it helps if you cut all your pieces and then can do oops, do a few of them at a time, or I don't know. If you're doing lots of cards, you sort of need to, you need to keep them separate because they all need to fit together. So put this one here. So it helps when you're putting it together if you start at the bottom, and then you do want to, I mean, maybe you don't want to, but the design is to, there's no gaps in the, between the, oh, I did that on the wrong side. Darn it. All right, just a sec. So I did that on here. Just a second. You guys probably saw me do that, didn't you? All right, I'm just gonna have to get this off of here, because I can't flip it. You have to have it all in the same direction, or it won't fit together, or you have to completely flip your other pieces too, and I don't want to do that because then I wouldn't have show all of the designs. Somewhere behind me there's you could hear me. Couldn't hear me, LOL. Because you laughed out loud so hard, or you were like, no, don't do that. What couldn't I hear you? I have all these boogers. Somewhere behind me I have a, we don't carry them anymore, but an adhesive eraser. But I don't want to go looking for something again. So we're just doing this. All right. So do what I say, don't do what I do. Hi, Mario. Did you come in time to see me mess up? Watch, I do the wrong thing again. Okay. So here, there we go. Okay, so here's the first card base. I'm like, no. I wish I could have heard you, Jamie. All right. So I think it's because I tend to flip it when I grab it, but I already had them all flipped. So we're gonna not, maybe I put adhesive on all of them before I put one down. Okay. One more. Okay, so again, what I want to do is put my bottom one down first. Well, they all have a nice long straight edge, so you just have to keep track of what's your bottom and what's not. So Mario, did you get signed up? Mario used to be a demonstrator and then dropped, and then wanted to take advantage of the amazing deal that we had again. Okay, so here's two of them. Okay, let's make sure I have these right again. Okay, so we're gonna flip them all and put adhesive on them all. Oops. 3 pieces is enough for you. That's awesome. Okay, so yes, that is the correct way that I need to do it. Yes, it is definitely a mini puzzle. Now I forgot which one is the bottom. Oh, it's this shape. That's the bottom. Okay. So it will help you. I think I was trying to say this and I couldn't get it out. It will help you if, when you make a cut, when you make your cuts to your 3 cards, put those 3 cards together, and then maybe you can go on to more if you would like. Okay, so here are my card bases. I love that look. They're so fun. Okay, so what I chose to do for this time, and I'm not going to take the time and do all the coloring. This is me trying to be quick. So I decided, I thought that this color would look good with cinnamon bears. So I'm going to make this a cinnamon bear. So I'm using pecan pie. And I'm feeling like I need to rush, so I don't know why. Just the way my morning started, I guess. So we'll see. But I need to not rush because I need him to look cute. So I'm laying down light color. This is Pecan Pie Light. So I'm trying to get him colored. But then I'm going to go in with some highlights and make him stand out even more. Okay, so I'm going to outline him with the dark, sort of like I started with the light. And whenever you do blend, you want to do small areas at a time. So I'm trying to pull down some of the color here to make him, thanks Dina, to make him have some highlights. Oh, I was starting to say, you want to do small areas at a time. It blends easier when you go that way. I'm going to do his belly and this leg. All right, this just needs more color. That's better. Okay. So here's my cinnamon bear. He's kind of cute. So I wanted the cinnamon bear with these green ones. I think he's kind of cute. Oh, and I decided I want a gift on him. I'm not sure if, I'm going to try this. I don't know if it's going to work. I feel like I still want a scarf on him. And I don't know how ink works on, maybe I should let it dry a little bit more. I'm going to let it dry. I don't know how ink works on the alcohol-based markers. So I'm going to, oh, there's one other color I want. I don't use this color often, but I think it will look good on here. I didn't choose it as a card base. So I'm going to use Shaded Spruce. It's not my favorite color, but it's very Christmassy, and it is in this designer paper pack. So I'm going to put, oh, you can't tell that it's Shaded Spruce. All right, we're going to fancy that up a little bit. Oh, I don't know if I can. I can't find my, oh, they're there. I'm going to make it Wink of Stella instead of just blender pen. So this, I think, is going to be another good color that blends well with Wink of Stella or blender pens. The really deep colors, as long as you get to them quickly, they work well with spreading the color. There, now you can tell it was green. So you notice I didn't pick up any more color with my blender, or with my Wink of Stella. I just spread what was there. Cute, right? Okay. I want there to be a Merry Christmas. I already die cut. So I used, if you couldn't tell, I guess I better show you. I used Stylish Shapes. One of them is missing. But I used these for my squares and also for this tag. Oh, and I didn't take that out. There's a Merry Christmas in here that I want. All right. Ooh, barely fits. I didn't think it was that close. Yikes. Barely fits on there. So I wanted Merry Christmas on here. All right. So I'm going to try stamping the scarf that I want on here. Thanks, Jamie. This works on nice dark colors. Like this blueberry bushel would be great. Night of Navy is great. Blackberry Bliss is great. That looks pretty good. We'll see if it spreads or not. He's cute. I like him. Okay. How did I get green on me? All right. Let me close these up a second. Okay, I'm not going to take the time to color all my bears. I was hoping that I would have that done. I need a baby wipe to wipe my hand. I was hoping to have that done before. So I'm going to sort of finish one and show or put it on all of them. So I'm going to use dimensionals. Maybe I'll do it this way because there's so much white. So he can go like that. He can go like that. And for this one, we definitely want the words at the top, where it's darker. You can go like that. Now, if you wanted more color, I probably would do more color around. In fact, I think I'm going to. I'm going to cut more squares to go around here. So I'm going to finish this. I'm going to cut this. So is this, no, that's not that shape. So this is about 2 1/4. I'm going to make it 2 1/2. We're going to cut it to 2 1/2. I want color behind it, and I have that planned for a different one. But I didn't have it planned for this one because I thought I could get away with it. I do not have that black ink you used for Merry Christmas. What's the benefit of using that? Okay, so that is Memento. And 2 things. First of all, it is a must if you're using alcohol-based markers. Because if you use something other than that, okay, here's my blueberry bushel behind it. It's going to make this look better. If you use something other than that, the alcohol-based markers will make the black bleed. So Memento was brought out by Stampin' Up! When we introduced alcohol-based markers. So it's a must when you use that. It's also suggested when you use photopolymer stamps, you know, the ones that are, oops, keep getting stuck on this big goober here. Just a second. I thought I could keep it out of the way, but that didn't work. And I'm still getting green on me. Where did the green go that I'm getting on my hands? How did that happen? Photopolymer stamps. Sorry. Photopolymer stamps. It's suggested to use with these completely clear photopolymer stamps because sorry, I'm cleaning the ink off all my hands. I don't know where it's coming from. Because black stays on, is solvent based, and it can make it can damage the photopolymer. I actually had a stamp set that I did that to before I realized that was the case. I didn't read. So these fine little lines here, I had a word stamp that, you know, I'll show you on here. So these little, the bare lines here. I had a word stamp that was fine like that. And you know, in class, the stamps go around and eventually I clean them, but not immediately. And, sorry, the words started chipping off because the solvent StazOn made it brittle. It dried it out. So if you use StazOn with photopolymer stamps, make sure you clean it right away. You don't want to leave it on there because it will damage it. So that's why photopolymer, or that's why you want the memento. That's what it's for. Okay, so now I need this on here, and this on here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is completely finish. Oh, yeah, you're welcome. Completely finish this one card, but then when I post these, I'll have them all finished. Okay, so we're going to put Merry Christmas up here. And I really think we need some gems on here, but I don't know what ones I want to use. Again, I didn't plan that far. I have some blueberry ones. No, these are Misty Moonlight ones. These would go well, though. Just not sure where. We'll put one here. I'm gonna put a big one up here. And another small one here. All right, there's my done card. So my intention is to do the rest of these like this. So I probably would, this ended up being the same color as the card base. I'll probably do that for the rest of these. So I'll make more cinnamon bears. I actually have them die cut. I just don't have them colored. Make more cinnamon bears, make more layers with this, and finish. Oh, I didn't finish the inside. There's an inside. Okay, that's important to this card. And Cheryl and Rachel would be so proud of me. Okay, so it doesn't really matter. Well, let's do it this way. We need to make sure that we have different ones for each of these. So, oh, I don't like that. Okay, that's better. So I don't like that this leftover stripe is long stripes rather than these short ones that go against it. So I'm just going to use the same piece on this one. At least it's not like I'm not doing it that way. Does that make sense? I want something different, but it doesn't have to be like nobody knows what the other two cards look like. Understand? Okay, so inside what we'll do is, so like I said, when I was cutting, you use all but all of a 6x6 sheet except that little, what is it, a 1/2 inch? 3/4 inch by 2 inch-ish. And then we're going to put this on here. So we're sort of aiming however far down you want, aiming here. And then since I'm using the bears, I decided, well, I want to show you another stamp set. I pulled this out. I had this in mind to use with this card. Joy to You. Do I have one of them mounted? Nope, I don't. I had it in mind, but didn't do it. Need a block. All right. So, turned out good for a throw together. What's the we know? You know what? I like that font. I like that font too. It's fun and big and bold. Okay, so I like color, but I don't know that I want color on the inside here. Maybe I like the blueberry bushel. I'm gonna go with that. Usually, I'm getting green again. Where am I getting green? Is it on the outside of the pad? How did I do this? Does anybody see something green around? I do not know. Oh, it's all over there. I don't know how that happened. Oh, I probably put it right down on the open ink pad. All right. Well, at least the mystery is solved. Hopefully I'll stop getting green on now. I think I left that ink pad on. I can read the big letters, yay. Oh, and now I have the blue open. That was not smart for me to do that. Okay, just a second. One more cleaning. Hopefully that's it. But I wouldn't count on it. All right, you can read. You like that font? Can read. Marlene, I don't know what you're saying the we know part about. What did you say we know about? Okay, so I'm going to use Wishing You a Very Merry Christmas. I always do my words in dark colors. Quite often, I prefer black, but blueberry bushel is plenty dark. Ooh, that's good. I like that. So there's my finished card for that one. So I'm not sure what I'll do color-wise for the inside of the other ones, but so that's how we finish this one. So I want to show you, but I don't think I'm going to do because I'm already close to an hour. So my intent is also to do that same thing with these colors. But I'm not going to use a cinnamon bear. We know that the other card looks like just me. Oh, gotcha. I'm going to use the polar bear this time, but I'm going to put him on. See, this is what I had planned for this sitting bear. So this is what I have in mind for these. So I will make these later. Same concept or same cutting. I'm going to do the same thing. I love this fa la la. And remember I said if you're doing something that matters which direction that you put it in, then make sure it's on the front. Don't have two because you might not like how it looks if it's turned sideways. So I cut with these trees in mind, and I'll do the same with this fa la la. Okay, now I have one more design. So this was the one that Rachel showed us. And Nadine didn't have time to do stamping. We were not going to do stamping with Rachel. We didn't think she was going to be up to it. So it wasn't until the end of last week that we had something in mind. So she didn't do anything. Nadine was gone, but she had done something with her club. And so I'm going to show that one. So I got to find where I put them. Shoot, where'd they go? Are they all stacked up here? I can't. So I'm using the gorgeous autumn paper, and I don't. Oh, they're there. They're way under something. Using the gorgeous autumn paper, and these are the designs that I chose for this. Love the sitting bear. I know he's cute. I love him too. Okay, so this is all about autumn. Last I knew it is back in stock. I just looked and I didn't see it not orderable last night or this morning when I looked. So this is sort of the same concept, but not so many twists and turns. So we're going to cut this to, I need my paper trimmer again. And I don't have, this one I chose something that didn't matter the words, but it doesn't matter quite so much for this one. So I know it's 3 3/4. I'm gonna set that aside. And now I forgot. I feel like it's 5 1/4. 3 3/4 by 5 1/4. I better look. No, I can't. It's in my phone. Just a second. I know it's beautiful paper. I love it so much. So I have all 3 stacked together. Just a sec. I'm trying to think. We're gonna go with 5 1/4. Going with 5 1/4. Okay. So with this one, Nadine had measurements, but I wanted to do it more loosely, like Rachel had done. So what we're sort of aiming for is you're going to cut this into thirds. Again, you want all 3 stacked together. And you want to cut it into thirds. So we're going to, I have it, I don't know, approximately at a third. And I'm just going to tip it a little bit. Maybe a little less. I'm going to cut. Then I'm going to tip it the other way a little bit. But I want to make sure that this is not, can you see that it's not straight with this edge here? I don't want a totally straight line that's parallel with the bottom of the design paper. So I'll show you this a second. So these all go together like this. You can see that they're just a little bit different. And now we're going to do the same thing that we did on the last card. Just a second. I'm going to get this out of the way. Okay. So I'm going to go 1, 1, 1, 2, 2. Oh, that didn't work. 2, 2, 2. 3, 3, 3. Okay, so you got to make sure you have 1 of each for these. And then I chose 3 card bases again that worked with this. Just a second. So I got 1, 2, 3. I'm going to go 3 insides. 1, 2, 3. So with Nadine's, you could do this whichever way that you prefer. But with Nadine's, she didn't have a layer underneath the designer paper. So I'm going to do it like she did. These are just for the inside so that you can do whatever. So I'm just going to do them one at a time. And hers are different. Okay, remember we're going to put adhesive on all 3 of those at the same time so I don't do what I did on the last one and put it on the wrong side. I didn't use any of those sides, so that probably wouldn't happen with this design. Okay, make sure my card's opening the correct way. I sort of got these upside down, I think. Okay, so we're going to put this up here. I'm going to do this one next. Is this the one? I got confused. I shouldn't have picked them all up. Okay, this is that one. And this is that one. I got it upside down. That's what my problem was. Okay. So this is going to go here. And then, oops, not enough gap. Well, okay, so this one's not going to have a gap. I didn't build this card the first time. And she just showed it. I'm twisting this to get this off right. I think it would have worked better if I had cut it at 5 instead of 5 1/4. Okay, so you got ink on fingers. Are they dry? Yeah. Thank you for asking. Okay. So I'm going to put all my card bases together, and then I'm going to build one of the cards. I feel like this one, these colors are too close. I should have put a layer underneath there. And it needs vanilla, not white. I wasn't thinking. Wonder if I can get this off. Okay, we're going to try this. We're going to try to get it off. So I'm going to use a tool to help me. So I want vanilla under here. Okay, so I'm using my, can you see I'm using my take your pick tool? The little, it's not putty, it's a spatula end. That's what. It's under there pretty well. All right, that one's loose. I think my colors are too similar. Unlike the other one, they were such bold colors and they were so different. These, this is not the design that she used. It was just what I had in my mind to do it. So this one's, oops, I lost it. So that one's off. Okay, so if you have not pressed this down well, here's a way for you to be able to, well, this one I pressed it down fairly well. Here's a way for you to be able to fix your mistakes. Okay, so I have all those. So you're gonna wanna definitely clean this putty knife like with rubbing alcohol or something. So now I have my blank thing again. And I'm gonna grab vanilla just a second. All right. Now this time I'm going to make these layers a little bit smaller. Or I should say the cuts smaller, the layers are bigger. So I'm gonna go, rather than 4, I'm gonna go 4 1/8. And I'm gonna go 5 3/8. So it's only cutting 1/8 of an inch off of these. Oops, that's sticking up to these. All right, let's try this again. I feel like it'll look better this way, just because my color choices were very quick this morning, because I was, like I said, I had my vision, but I didn't have anything cut whatsoever. Okay, now this was the middle, this was the top, so we're gonna try to go, I like even borders, so even though I'm gonna have to overlap probably, I pulled this down so that my borders on this side are as big as that side. So I'm going to put this one down. Is this the right way? Yep. Put this one down. And then this one, I'm gonna line up and just, it's gonna overlap. So I'm doing this one completely different from what Nadine said. So here's this. And I feel like I need to cut this down to do it the way that I want to. It must have been 5, not 5 1/4. So for this one, I'm going to cut this top. I'm going to cut both of these tops. I'm going to cut a 1/4 inch off both of these tops. Man, you guys are just seeing me fly by the seat of my pants today. Holy cow. Okay, that goes there. Now, I'm going to keep them in order this time. Don't let me get them out of order. Now, I am going to try, I feel like these other colors are different enough that they should be okay without the layer underneath. But if I have to, I'll put it down. For sure the green. Old olive, I should say. So we're going to put this, oh, that's not right. Wait. I know this is the top. That's all I know right now. Why is this not seeming right? This must be the bottom. I got them out of order. How did I do that? Okay, so there's that one. And this one, I'm still going to stick with nothing underneath it. I'm going to stick with her design. Up. So we got 2, 2, 2. Sorry, I need concentration for this. Okay. So again, we have 3 different cards, 3 different designs. I mean, it's the same design, 3 different cards. I'm going to take this one that I put the background on. So what I did for this is I ran a bunch of leaves through. And I'm going to use my punch. I need vanilla. I'm going to use my punch. And I want another color. Do I have it? I'm gonna do that. All right, so this I'm going to put behind it. So this is another stamp set that I'm using. This says, "So thankful for you." And it's from, I think it's called So Sincere. Just a sec, it's right here. This was the one that I used when I did the vertical happy birthday. This has so many awesome sayings on it, and I believe this is in the mini catalog also. All right, so we're going, no, I want early espresso on this. Going with the vanilla vibe, so brown instead of black. So this kind of doesn't fit on here exactly, but it's that's going to be good enough. I wanted something different. The words in this set totally, in the leaf set, totally don't fit. But this will fit well enough. So thankful for you. So this is going on here. So I'm going to put this on here, and then I'm going to decide, I'm going to tuck my leaves around it. I feel like that's a good plan. So we're going to put dimensionals on here. I want this down here. I decided. Okay, so thankful for you. And then we're gonna do Old Olive. Oh, this is the other one I want. Oh. And this. Didn't end up using the bigger ones. So I want this to be this, I want this copper not to be so right next to all the copper. So here we go. So I have my leaves and my cool designer paper, and it definitely needs a gem. Dots. I think these are gone right now, but I still have some of this, so I'm going to put one of these. Oops. I didn't use my take your pick tool for this. Put one there. 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 Done. Thank you. Okay. So I will definitely finish these cards up and that other design of colors. But I'm going to put you up now. I'm upside down. You put you backwards. Here we go. Yeah. Okay. Thanks for hanging with me today. Took a long time today. Okay, so here's the last one that I made. Ooh-wee. Lots of ink everywhere. The last one that I made. It still needs some sparkle. I might have to add some Wink Stella on these leaves. It will help it go with designer paper underneath it. Just that top one. Ooh, that's good. Can you see it? I can't get the shimmer for you. Well, in person you can see the shimmer on the green now. That's why I added it on the Old Olive. Thank you. Okay, so that's the first one, or the last one that I made. Oh, where did the bear go? Oh, my word. I don't know where the bear went. I honestly don't know where I put him. Crazy. Oh, it's with all the stack of designer paper over there. All right. Here is the bear. He's a cute cinnamon bear. You don't know. Yeah, I am on overtime. Okay. So, I will finish these later. And thank you for joining me. You'll survive. I know I will. I will finish these later and have more samples to show you. So something that I remembered happened today is a new kit became available. It's what's it called? Destinations or something like that. You can find it online only. Thank you. Love the bear. I know I love the bear too. Thank you. You can find it online only. That's where all of our kits are shown. So you can check it out there. And in a week, we're going to have more online exclusives. So that's fun. I have you on my phone so I can walk around and see a big picture. Oh, cool. I don't know anything. Right. I don't remember anything else that I needed to tell you today. I told you all about Rachel. I did my randomizer. I showed you cute projects. I have plenty more to show you. And thank you again for joining me. So next week will be 10:30 a.m. Eastern time again. Hopefully you can join me then too. Thank you so much. And have a great day. I was trying to think if there's something there. Have a great day and a great week. I'll talk to you later. Bye.